Alright, come on. Yeah, let's get it.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing.
I am totally okay with exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely separate myself from these people in this community, which is fine. I've already been doing it. But I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time goes on, because why not? Go crazy. Who cares?
Boy, this is actually
Okay.
sick and disgusting. Remember that young streamer Emiru who we covered 7 days ago on this channel that got assaulted at TwitchCon? The young streamer who had her assailant come around the barricade and come up, hug her, kiss her on the neck, potentially have something in his hand to, I don't know, do something with it.
Oh, what the fuck?
I can't even honestly think of what he was gonna do with the device that he had in his hand. Yeah, that same streamer. Well, in her address to Dan Clancy and the Twitch community about what happened, she said something very, very interesting. Something that had my ears kind of perk up.
But honestly, this has been a really hard year for me. Honestly, it's been really hard, like 2 years. I've been carrying
That fan is blowing. I'm sorry.
really heavy burdens. There's a lot of things that I haven't wanted to talk about that I think I will probably be talking about when I get home from TwitchCon.
And lo and behold, the thing that she was talking about was levying allegations of SA, domestic abuse, verbal abuse, and a bunch of other things on streamer Mizkif, her ex-boyfriend. Now, I'm gonna give a trigger warning. Some of the stuff that's about to be discussed in this video is actually kind of disgusting, and not even kind of disgusting, it's quite disgusting. But you get to hear both her telling of the events, and because we waited long enough, we also get his telling and admittance to a lot of the things that she claims that he did in his own words.
Yeah, I was going to watch the hour one, you know what I'm saying? Get my watch time up and shit. My watch time be going, like, it's decent right now. I was going to get that shit up, but, bro, I'm not sitting through an hour and a half.
By talking about how controlling and emotionally abusive Mizkif is. She talks about 2 different instances. One instance in which she was made to cry for hours on end based off of Mizkif's drunken rage about him being, you know, so insecure about his viewership. Emiru had more viewers than he did, and he didn't like the way that she was streaming on one of her Q&A drunken streams. So he called / texted her and started berating her about how she was conducting herself on stream, causing her to take a brief 45-minute intermission to go off and handle this situation, only to come back and cry on camera.
Okay, wait, I need to walk around for a second. I'm a little bit, I think I took too many shots too quickly. I'm doing great.
We back, though. We good. We good. Come on.
Okay, I'm feeling great right now. So why don't we continue the Q&A for a little bit?
Now, Mizkif would claim that she was going to farm parasocial viewerships. He was claiming that she was doing sexual things to, you know, garner a certain type of audience. He was saying that she was lifting her legs and doing something sexual with a bottle. But let me show you the clips. These are the clips that Mizkif is talking about that is garnering this audience. He's saying that this is a way for her to sexualize herself. It's some weird and controlling ass shit. I'm turned on. I don't know. In this one, you gotta be a super gooner to get turned on by this. Like, I don't. Now, Mizkif goes on to address these allegations.
Wait, what happened?
In this one, you gotta be a super controlling ass shit.
Hey, let me know if y'all spanking in this, y'all. I'm sorry.
I'm turned on.
Yo, Darla!
You gotta be a super gooner to get turned on by this. Like, I don't.
Yo,
Mizkif goes on to address these allegations that he is some sort of controlling freak. He acknowledges that he is this type of person, but I'm gonna play it and let you hear how he describes it. That way you can make your own judgments.
I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole, stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe.
Interesting.
And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just...
How we feeling about this apology? I should have
ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this point, man.
A way to sell it. I ain't gonna lie,
hey, W promo. W promo.
Harming her because he wanted to be the only one to do it. This isn't the only situation of him being emotionally abusive to her.
Again, you can go see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom. The holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me, and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him. And he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour. And like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die, like threatening to kill both of us.
I'm gonna say this for anybody who's dealing.
Oh, this nigga did that? This nigga was like that? This nigga? Him?
with any sort of relationships or situationships that they feel potentially have the signs of being toxic. Anybody that's actively punching
I ain't gonna lie, you could look at a nigga and be like, he a little weird, but I ain't know a nigga like that.
In a wall, something that doesn't damage the wall.
Like most of these Twitch streamers, bro,
damages you. Like they're
telling y'all,
physically
bro,
willing
most of
to
these Twitch
sacrifice
streamers,
themselves. That
niggas,
person is abusive, and they are willing to punch you. Even the same thing with threats
these
of
niggas do
violence
some
or
nut
harming
shit,
yourself. It's all kikis and ha-has until it's not. The whole conversation about, oh, I'm gonna drive 150 miles per hour and we'll both end up dead in this car. That is not something to play with. That's not something to take lightly. If you're hearing those types of talking points in your relationship, that's a clear indicator and sign that somebody is abusive and that you should get out. This is a bit of violence that Mizkif himself even owns up to in his response to this Emiru blasting of him.
I was not perfect, and I reflect on those situations with poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression. One time
she would throw toys and plushies at me. So
I did say I was gonna
John Jones elbow the fuck
myself during an argument. But Emmy did this as well numerous times. She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas, she told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening.
Based off of everything that I watched throughout these videos, Mizkif has a common theme of being insecure about his status and his stature in the content creator sphere. You would think somebody who is as big as him would feel like he is more of a success. But listening to Emiru talk about a time where Mizkif decided to drive 150
I don't know why, but it's
miles per hour
caution as
on the road,
fuck.
it seems as though he is always constantly questioning who he is and his place in the hierarchy of creators.
This wasn't like even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
And I'm always
damn, Beast! So you got niggas moving? You got niggas moving like that, Beast? Okay.
I went to do my digging for this video. It seems as though this is something that he struggled with before. Who he is and people around him.
My boy Mr. Beast had
even
niggas
his
feeling
ex, Maya,
crazy.
The internet through this research is claiming that he also did abuse her. He showed some signs of insecurity towards her and her growing viewership when they were together.
I was terrified. I couldn't understand what was happening. My viewers were dropping, Maya's were only going up. And there was a part of me that thought that I was going to be smaller than her, and I don't know if it was my ego or what, but I couldn't take it. I felt like shit. And I was on the phone with Austin, and then XQC, I somehow got on a call with him, and he talked to me for hours, making me feel better about it. And he did. And I genuinely, after talking to him, felt a lot better. And I don't think he even realizes what he did for me in that call, but he really did help me a lot. I was nonstop. It's all I could think about is that she was beating me as a streamer, and I was going to die.
You a bitch. This nigga a hoe. How you see your partner winning and you don't feel happy for your partner? You don't feel, even if she doing better than you, nigga, you already winning. You already winning. Come on,
then
bro.
he reminded me that women have a cap and men just grow as streamers, and that's pretty much just fucking it.
Hey man, real classy dudes these guys are. Just stand up guys, stand up guys. This leads us to our biggest claim in this video. This is where Emiru claimed that Mizkif did two things. One, he gave her a black eye by throwing a phone at her, and two, he committed SA against her.
He would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very
Yo, she has an uncomfortable amount of fucking
easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye. I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high because I was dealing with a lot.
I know I'm trolling this shit and I have to make jokes, so this video is gonna be boring as hell. I'm just gonna be sitting here like this. But like, nah, this is crazy though, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
Shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while. And I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face. And I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then suddenly he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And I screamed. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go. And he immediately left my house while I was still crying.
Now, I think Emiru, somebody who just came out of the TwitchCon situation where she got assaulted, knows how serious this is. Knows that she can't just levy these allegations, you know, baselessly and aimlessly. And anybody who is a victim of SA, like, I'm standing with you totally. Especially after Mizkif comes and gives his explanations as to how both situations happened. I have no choice but to believe her wholeheartedly because what he says is just
what this nigga say?
baloney.
She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, chat. I'm brushing my teeth. Right here. Look at me. I would throw my phone on the bed.
This nigga just threw a phone on the carpet. This nigga got too much money. That's the problem.
I was going to bed.
Niggas, when people get too much money,
that's what you want us to believe. Now, I don't believe that black eye.
They start doing dumb shit.
You're telling me that you casually tossed your phone.
Also, how do you toss your phone like that and she get a black eye? Was she laying on the ground? She was probably she was laying down and you threw the phone and that shit. No, nigga. You Tom Brady threw that motherfucker. That shit clocked her in the eyeball.
Whatever the case may be, and it's something that just so happened to hit her in her eye to give her a black eye. Now let me ask you this: why after that situation was Emiru
and then that force
lying to people about how she got the black eye?
I actually had like a small black eye from running into something, and no one could tell. I thought I wouldn't be able to cover it because it was really bad. What'd you run into? I was like turning a corner really fast, and I hit like the bottom of my eye socket on the wall.
Y'all couldn't even come up with a better excuse as to how she got the damn black eye. Like, that's abuse victim 101. Running into a doorknob or door hinge or whatever to hit her in the eye socket. And apparently it was really, really bad. She wasn't showing her face or couldn't show her face and talked about covering it up.
Damn.
She got that from a phone hitting her in the face. I can't believe that for 1 second. And if that's the excuse that you're gonna use for the black eye, let's hear the excuse that you used for the SA.
We broke up for about a month, then got back together because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food. And then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong, or did wrong in general.
No mention of the crime.
I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then.
No mention of the crying, and again, if you were in a situation in which you thought this was the next step, advancing to the next stage, y'all were cuddling and stuff like that, especially in a time of distress, you would have no problem with having
bro, Twitch. A lot of y'all niggas are starting to fall off, man. Zoe just got banned. Nina got banned. Shout out my nigga Saeed. Justice for my nigga Saeed. Mizkif getting exposed. Y'all need some new streamers, bro. Boost my shit up, my nigga.
With her right after, kind of acknowledging that, hey, I read the room wrong. You yelping and leaving.
I'm just saying, boost a nigga up.
You did something.
Y'all need new streamers.
If Mizkif didn't give enough bad excuses,
it's day 26.
Even doubles down on what Emiru kind of alluded to at the end of her stream, and the fact that, hey, Mizkif is going to try to paint me to be some sort of a villain in this conversation, and the way that he does that is by playing the animal card, same card that they tried to use on Hassan last week.
Emiru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in. These were a big part of her life, but as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits. So much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible. And my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
What? Oh.
Here is a video up close of Emiru's rabbits.
I think it's odd.
These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected.
What's that?
This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm not going to sit here and have her pretend she didn't. It's fucking disgusting.
So let me get this straight. Your ultimate combatant to the SA allegations, the DV allegations, the verbal abuse allegations is the fact that Emiru was neglectful to rabbits that were also in your house and in your care. I don't think that that's like the best excuse in the world. Actually, I don't think it's an excuse at all.
They were in his house? Nigga, what the fuck? I'm thinking it's at her house. I'm like, all right, I guess, yeah, like that's pretty crazy too. But
It's crazy because he's trying to play this internet game that a lot of content creators try to do, in which they utilize their audience and their feelings towards a situation in order to paint somebody or someone else in a bad light. I'm gonna be quite honest with you though, gang. This is falling on deaf ears. Nobody cares about these rabbits in this situation when there are claims of SA that you admitted and acknowledged, when there are claims of DV, which you gave an excuse about, and when there are claims of threats, violence, and other things. You are an insecure man, and that is a invalid excuse, full stop. Now, what Mizkif did to close out his stream is he gave a pretty eerie and ominous threat to other content creators and streamers out there that he knows personally.
I am going to stand up for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations. I am not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos, videos, calls,
nigga said red pill art,
messages as well, if she has them. I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have that I'm going to expose as time goes on, because I do believe that this is a time to go fucking buck wild.
So you've been sitting on these other videos.
Damn, so this nigga got exposed and he was like, fuck it, everybody going down. Take them all out. Take them all out. Let me get up. Let me get up there. Let me get up there. Take them niggas down with you. It's okay. Take them down with you, nigga. Let me come up. My nigga, what are we doing here?
Doing SA or DV or just other disgusting stuff from your content creator and streamer friends. Got it. We hear you loud and clear. And I think that is a bow on this specific conversation.
Shit, take all them niggas
the
out.
Present of a bigger conversation. Twitch, the community, the streamers, the content creators have problems. Like real problems. Not like, oh, we can't figure out which platform to stream on. But no, these are people who are violent. And it's disgusting because in his attempt to defend himself, Mizkif is ultimately admitting that, yeah, I know that streamers commit these atrocities. I just hide them. Just like other streamers do. But I tell you what, Mizkif, you go ahead and you release that information. Release that information. I want you to, because we can pack them and you up. We can pack everybody up.
Pack all them niggas up. Let me get my spot, nigga. I got next.
These levels of skeletons in their closet. You honestly just don't deserve a platform. For Emiru, I'm praying for you, to be quite honest with you. Like I said, this is a hell of a year, and your assaults are getting caught on camera and getting admitted to by the people that are doing the assaults. What a hell of a time that we live in. I'm hoping and praying that Twitch does the right thing. By the time this video goes out, Mizkif should be banned if they want to stay true to what they say. But they'll.
Damn. Wait, nigga had an hour long video.
Live from the gutter.
I believe this 100%.
And I was on the phone with Austin.
Yeah, like how did these niggas be getting on these damn clips, bro? Who are these niggas clippers, bro?